I wanted to share my honest thoughts and opinions and predictions for uh kind of AR, VR, and the future of like human computer interaction. Um, I know this is an area that like Silicon Valley has been investing very heavily uh for decades into AR glasses, VR headsets, goggles, um, from Oculus to now Meta Quest, Apple Vision Pro being the most notable. I know there's a Meta glasses, sunglasses. There's other with Ray-Ban. That's a partnership they did, and there's other things going on. But I just want to share my opinion, my thoughts, and um, what I think is next, and why I'm building what I think is next. Actually, um, so look, like I haven't used the Apple Vision Pro. I've I've seen the reviews, I've seen the demos. I should try it. I would like to try it. I but I haven't tried it. I understand the capabilities though, and like I've seen the demos, and I'm sure it's very very high quality. I've used the Meta Quest 3 before, and I enjoyed some of the games on it. Um, there's the one where you're like throwing things at folks. What is it called? Super hot or something? It's a lot of fun. Um, look, like I think overall, like I don't I don't really know like that glasses and headsets are. I don't think anybody wants to wear glasses or headsets all day long. I'll start the frame there. I don't think people want to wear glasses and headsets all day long. Um, it's like heavy. Like even if you make it light, it's like it's just unnatural. Fundamentally, it's like unnatural, right? You just have to put something on your face. Um, like there's just like a friction in putting something on your face, even if it's light. And right now they're not light; they're very heavy, right? So it's uncomfortable. It's friction. It's just like you have to put something on. It's friction. And it's uncomfortable. And then secondly, like VR headsets are very isolating, right? Um, you don't know what the hell's going on around you. Like, so there is that uncanny kind of like visceral primal sense to you that something is off, that like you might be in danger. Um, like you don't have situational awareness when you have glasses or goggles on, right? Well, okay, glasses are different than goggles. So let's say headsets and goggles. You don't have situational awareness when you're wearing glasses or goggles or headsets, right? And it's kind of isolating you from people. Maybe other folks are in the room around you, or like there's other activity going on in the room that you're in. So that seems like that's not gonna happen. Now, if you're in a room by yourself, so I think there is a couple cases where like VR headsets make sense, right? One is the airplane flight scenario. So you're on a flight, you're just sitting there, you're just trying to kill time, really. Like you're burning time. Like your flight's 4 hours long. Um, you want to you just want to get it over with, and so you want to entertain yourself. Um, so yeah, movies, like watching movies on a infinite size screen, like that's and really like in that situation, like you don't really care or want to know what's going on around you. Like you just want to entertain yourself and like be immersed and get through the flight, right? So being able to watch movies on like a infinite size screen because you're wearing this like headset um, is pretty cool. That makes a lot of sense, and like that's really valuable. Um, but I mean, like that's still kind of a niche thing. Like like unless the cost comes down a lot, most people are not gonna like most people probably only take a couple flights per year, if that. I don't know what the average flights per year per consumer is, like even in the US, but like you might take a couple flights per year. Um, and so unless the cost is like really low or the airlines provide them for the passengers, which actually might make sense for them to do, just to keep everyone occupied and I don't know, somewhat sedated, let's say. Um, yeah, so there's that scenario. I think like if VR could become extremely realistic, where you really feel like, yeah, where you can get that emotional resonance. So if you can get VR to a state where, I'm interacting with someone in this virtual reality space environment, like I'm doing a video, like a virtual meeting, right? Call or meeting with someone, and it virtual presence, like there's, I want to say I want to talk to my dad, okay? And he's on the other side of the country, so he's on the other side of the continent. If we both have a headset, we put them on, and it actually feels like we're in a room together. Um, and like I can look into his eyes, and I can, um, you know, read his facial expressions and body language, and I feel like we're actually connecting as human beings. That would be a game changer, right? And I know that's what the industry is trying to achieve, and it's extremely hard to get that lifelike presence. But and I don't know what the threshold is for like for that to feel real enough that you feel again feeling connected to the person in that environment in that virtual space. Like I don't know what the threshold is for that to feel good enough, like to feel resonant enough. But whatever it is, like if that can be achieved, then that would be a huge breakthrough, and that would uh that would be a breakthrough for keeping folks connected, families, friends. That would be a huge breakthrough for being able to collaborate with people in different cities, different countries. Like that could expand economic opportunity um, a lot, actually. That would be way better than Zoom or whatever other like the current meeting platform that we have today, right? I think that would be way better. But yeah, I think that threshold is like hard to reach. I don't know when or how it would be reached, and how much money it will take for the industry to keep pouring into it. Um, but that's like that would be the breakthrough. Now, if we look at like glasses, AR glasses, like where you have like they're like where you can see through, you can see what's going on around you, and maybe there's a little like heads up display or like a little area of the glass that shows some content. That's a totally different thing than headsets and goggles, right? VR. The AR glasses, I think there are some, but again, I still feel like it's very niche. I don't, I personally don't think there's any use case um, that for me would make it worth like using, except maybe like in very infrequent occasions, like maybe like there's like a language translation scenario where like I'm talking to someone, I'm traveling in another country. I don't know the language. Let's say I'm going to Germany. I don't know German. So, but even there, like I'd rather have, AirPods do a real-time translation. But you can imagine like the glasses showing like a live subtitles on the glasses, right? While I'm talking to someone. That would be cool. There's other like maybe like I don't know, I'm at an event, industry event, and I mean this is like a whole privacy thing now, but if it could see the people in the room and um, like help me know instead of looking at their name tag, they probably don't have a name tag, right? So if it could help me know who is who and tell me like a little bit about them, so it shows their name and it shows like a one line bio, that would be useful. That would be helpful. Um, navigation and directions could be helpful. There's like sports and performance, like athletic performance and health scenarios that could be really helpful, right? Like if I'm like I personally run and hike a lot, so seeing yeah, I use my watch though, and I have a Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra watch, and it's good. It's good enough. You run Strava, it shows me the metrics. Actually, probably, I mean, yeah, like running with glasses, hiking with glasses is not that enticing, really. Um, but maybe that could be, maybe some people would prefer that or like to use that. Um, I think like I think the better interface of the future is motion plus voice. So like being able to interact with any screen, any display without putting anything on, without putting any extra devices on, no watch, no glasses, no headsets. Literally just being able to move your hands, move your body, move your hands, and control the content on the screen, control the apps on the device just by moving your hands in midair and talking to it. So, just like you would use a touch screen, but you don't have to touch the screen. So, like scrolling, zooming, swiping, and then talking to it. So you could say switch apps or open this app and start this activity, but then I might need to select some content on the screen and like I can tap and everything from midair, from 5 feet away, 10 feet away. Digital menus at restaurants like that. Uh, but even just like in your own living room, I think um, that would be great. Um, I think that should exist, and I think so. I personally think motion and like voice is is a much more broadly useful um, kind of way of interacting with devices. Um, so I think there's room for all of these things. It's really just a question of like how broadly useful and adopted each of them will be. Um, but uh, but but the motion interaction, that's being able to control the screens without having to put anything on, just by waving and moving your hands in midair and like um, you know, yeah, just by using your hands in midair and like controlling things from a distance. I think that's a really important interface of the future, and that's why I'm building it. That's why it's called Fluid. Um, but yeah, those are my thoughts. Like regardless of what I think, I'm still excited to see what the industry comes up with. So I hope this is helpful.